Shine, isn't shying away from how he really feels about the mogul, saying in part his former mentor ruined his life. The two have a seemingly complicated relationship after Shine was sentenced to prison for nearly a decade, stemming from a shooting involving Combs and his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez. So let's go back to the beginning. In 1998, Shine was freestyling in a Brooklyn barber shop when he was discovered by hip-hop producer DJ Clark Kent, who was working on Biggie's posthumous album Born Again. The DJ took Shine to Bad Boy Studios, where Combs, who was then going by Puff Daddy at the time, signed him on the spot to his record label. Combs took the budding rapper under his wing, and at the time he was on his way to having a thriving rap career. But everything would change just a year later. In the early hours of December 27th of 1999, Puffy, his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, and a 21-year-old Shine went to a nightclub in Times Square. While there, an argument over a spilled drink broke out between Puffy and a man named Matthew Allen, aka Scar, a Brooklyn gangster, who reportedly wasn't impressed by Puffy boasting about his money. According to former NYPD detective Derek Parker, the then Puff Daddy was throwing money around and acting like a big shot, and Scar felt disrespected by his antics. Parker said after words were exchanged between Scar and Puffy, bullets began to fly. 3 bystanders were shot and injured inside the nightclub. After the shooting, Puffy, along with his girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, his bodyguard Anthony Wolf Jones, fled the club. They later took police on a chase with Diddy's driver, blowing through several red lights. When they were eventually pulled over and when police searched the vehicle, they found a 9mm handgun in the trunk. Combs, Lopez, and Jones were all arrested. Lopez was released after 14 hours in custody. Diddy was indicted on the charges and faced charges of criminal possession of an unregistered gun and attempted bribery for allegedly trying to get his bodyguard Anthony Jones to claim the weapon was his. So it would be the music mogul, his bodyguard Anthony Jones, and Puffy's protege Shine who would all go to trial. Prosecutors say it was Matthew Scar Allen, Combs, and Shine who all drew guns and claimed that Shine shot 3 times into the packed nightclub. Witnesses testified Scar started the argument with Combs and said he threatened to kill Shine. Shine, meanwhile, said he acted in self-defense, as he maintained he had fired into the air and didn't believe that it was the bullets from his gun that injured the bystanders. At the trial, a ballistics expert testified that the 3 injuries may have been caused by a second gunman. The expert testified that at least 1 injury may have been caused by a .40 caliber weapon, and .40 caliber shell casings were found on the floor, and Shine had a 9mm. In 2001, Combs and his bodyguard Anthony Wolf Jones were acquitted on all charges, and while Shine was acquitted of attempted murder, he was convicted on charges including assault, reckless endangerment, and criminal possession of an illegal weapon. The bad boy rapper was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but released in 2009 after 9 years. After Shine's release, he was deported to Belize for being a non-citizen felon. The following year, he moved to Jerusalem, where he changed his name to Moses Michael Levi. Then 3 years later, Shine returned to Belize and began his political career, now elected as the leader of the opposition in Belize's House of Representatives. During a press conference last week, the rapper, now politician, was asked about his former mentor in the wake of his sex trafficking arrest. Shine told reporters, "This is someone who destroyed my life." He went on to say, "This is someone who in a sense testified against me when I was on trial. I was defending him and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me. He pretty much sent me to prison." While the former artist said he forgave the mogul and moved on, he acknowledged Diddy's efforts to help promote education in Belize, but has distanced himself from his former mentor. He said, "This is not someone who I vacation with, and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life." When asked about Diddy's freak-offs that were mentioned in Diddy's indictment and previous lawsuits, Shine replied in part, "I have nothing to do with Sean Combs' personal life. Everything was strictly on a professional level." Shine went on to say, "Do I take any satisfaction in what he is going through?" And Shine's relationship seemed amicable in the recent years. The two performed together last year in Europe, and in August of last year, just 3 months before Cassie's jaw-dropping lawsuit was filed, which arguably signaled the beginning of the end for the mogul, Diddy posted this photo to his Instagram page with him and Shine. The caption reads, quote, "It's truly remarkable to see everything he's gone through and to see him turn his life totally around and get on the path to making a positive impact on his country and his people. His re-election is a major victory for him, hip-hop globally, and the people of Belize. Next stop, Prime Minister's office. We're not going to stop until my brother is the Prime Minister. I believe in you. I love you. I'm proud of you, Shine." But while appearing cordial on the surface, it wasn't the first time Shine has spoken out on the nightclub shooting. In a 2022 episode of Drink Champs, Shine said at the time he didn't blame Diddy for the conviction as much as he did in the past, and said he even went through a stage of bitterness. He explained at the time in retrospect he blamed the conviction more on the lawyers who were advising Diddy. During the trial, Diddy's legal team was composed of high-profile lawyers, including Johnny Cochran, who famously worked on the O.J. Simpson case. Shine added Diddy's lawyers were there to secure a not guilty verdict by any means. During Shine's trial, Diddy's high-profile lawyers did not work on his then-protege's case. During that 2022 episode of Drink Champs, Shine said Diddy was a $100 million corporation at the time, and his team looked at Shine as the enemy. He explained that both of them were about to lose everything, but added he didn't have as much, and Diddy is a musician with an empire.